Hey out there! I bet you're all as excited as I am to find out where we're traveling today. And no matter where it is, I will give you the complete rundown with all the facts. So let's go to the pyramids on Doug's Travelog. Okay, here is how my itinerary went down. I was at the airport, New York, LaGuardia, for 6.5 hours because my plane was delayed due to burning in the cockpit. They found out it was a dead rat that got caught in the air cooling system. Unfortunately, the rat could not be removed completely, but they got most of the head. And I gotta say, the smell wasn't that bad on the 14-hour flight. But finally it took off and we were in the air for the next 14 hours. It took another 2 hours when I landed to get the feeling back in my legs, of course. Now, because I took the red eye, the small bag of pretzels that we had on the flight, for those 14 hours, it just didn't seem like it was enough to fill me up. So once we landed in Egypt and I got feeling back in my legs, we hit the first Kentucky Fried Chicken we saw. Now, here's a little bit of information I bet you don't know or never heard of. They have fried camel over there, but it tastes so much like chicken that they didn't have to change the name. So use that at your next, tidbit, little bit of tidbit. But after dinner, I went to my room at the Rippioff Hotel, and I told the clerk, that my luggage should arrive very soon at the airport because they couldn't seem to find it while I was there. I don't know if he understood English very well because he just started laughing, Now, when I got to my room, I looked out my window, and I could see the pyramids outside my window there. They just didn't look that big to me, as I was staring out the window. There they are. There they are, the pyramids. Okay, I'll give you a rundown, okay? The flight from Wichita, Kansas to Egypt with 12 stops in between cost $1,738.46. Round trip, though. Round trip. The Rippioff Hotel cost $325.34 a night. Now, food at Kentucky Fried Chicken was about $156.67. Now, price for new clothes that I had to buy because they were lost. My luggage never did get to me. To buy these clothes. I had to buy these. I had to wear these. This. Anyway, that was $1,267.35. Wow, that's a lot of money to spend on an all-included trip, I'll tell you. But the biggest surprise is this. They just aren't as big as I thought they'd be. And this. Well, we'll see you next week on the Travelog from Doug Delavuccio. Yeah, shake it, Doug Delavuccio. Yeah, yeah. It's time for Doug's Travel Guide. All right, hey, everybody. Welcome. Today, okay, calm down. Today, we are going to visit one of those, where those big stones are. They're sort of like arranged like in a circle, sort of. Stonehenge. I think it's called. You know, it's in England, so I did a quick brush up on the English language recently. In fact, let me show you. Listen.
Hello, bro. Can you get the tellers on the lorry? Hello, bro. Can you get the tellers on the lorry that's in the garage?
Now, I learned what that means on the next lesson. Unfortunately, that's next week. And I already went to Stonehenge. Anyway, let's get going to Stonehenge. Now, I learned from my past travels the best way to pack for a trip. I forgot a few items on the last trip, so before I left this one, I made sure that I had everything I needed. As you can see, it barely fit. Now, the flight was your usual terrible flight that you've been used to for so many years. You know, what can I say about that? After a bit of a rough landing, you can see, we finally made it. Now, I waited in the baggage claim for about 2 hours before being told that my luggage hasn't even left Wichita yet. And here, I'm in England. Now, we got lost trying to find our way to Stonehenge, you know, but finally we made it. This place is out in the middle of nowhere. Jeez. I joined a travel group, though, you know, to see these big stones. As you can see, we had a lot of fun. And we had a class, you know, during the tour. You know, they taught us a few things about these big stones back here. And here's something that I bet you didn't know. No one really knows how these stones got here. Now, they showed us videos of theories they believe could have happened. Now, I think the dinosaur theory is the most believable. And they also put some energy towers, you know, the wind towers, up around the stones, too. Now, they don't let you get close to the stones. That is, during the day. But at night, when no one knows you're there, and no one else is around, you know, I got a selfie of being next to one of the big stones. Now, I would rate this Travelog trip about 3 out of 200. Save your money, folks. See you next time on Duck's Travelog. Oh, yes. Smell that fresh air out here in the Scottish Lochs of Loch Ness. Oh, yeah. Well, we're here at Loch Ness on the Travelog Guy Show to see if we can get a glimpse of what they call the Loch Ness Monster. Whoa, that sounds scary, doesn't it? Anyway, this trip isn't cheap, and if you don't like fried pig sausage, then you're out of luck. Well, I was here, and I did a little fishing. But the main reason behind this trip is to see the Loch Ness Monster. Now, everybody knows what I'm talking about. This is what we know the Loch Ness Monster looks like. Now, I've been here for 3 weeks, and there's been no sign of the monster anywhere. I even did a boat ride on the water to see if we could see something. So I have to say, this trip is a big zero. And at this time, I usually say, see you next time on the Travelog Guy Show. But the show is no more. We were canceled today, folks. Canceled by the channel executives. No more Travel Guy Show. If I get cut off in the middle of a sentence, then you know they pulled the plug. In fact, I dare you to pull the plug. Come on. Did you know you can get warts on hemorrhoids? Come on, are we still on? Pull the plug, guys. Come on. I dare you to pull.